Here with Cam Heide. Cam, I want to start with the Rutgers game. You came off the bench, you scored 18 points, perfect night shooting. I know you talk about staying patient and your coach is telling you your time is coming.
Yeah.
How mentally challenging is that, though, to just wait your turn?
It's super mentally challenging, but I think kind of the biggest thing is just kind of hearing it from people who have done it. Sasha tells me all the time, PJ tells me all the time, eventually you're going to get a chance to just kind of go out there and just play basketball, and that's kind of what they told me leading up to that game. And it's a challenge being ready. Obviously being able to sit on the bench for 10, 15 minutes, maybe not even playing in a first or second half, and then going out there and just being mentally locked in is a challenge, but I was able to do it against Rutgers.
That shot, that baseline reverse layup, people are comparing it to Michael Jordan, Dr. J. What was the reaction? Take me through that play.
I honestly didn't really know that it kind of looked like that when I did it. I was going to try to dunk it, but I don't really think that would have been an insane dunk if I would have done that. So I just went up there and I kind of mess around and do those layups, and that's not really something that I ever do in games, but it worked out pretty well.
What did your teammates say afterwards? Were they like, how did you just do that?
They were kind of shocked. They were like, that was crazy. And I was like, yeah, it was to me too.
Yeah. How many times did you go back and rewatch it?
Afterwards, I slowed it down and looked at all the different angles, and I was like, this is actually kind of impressive. I didn't really know that I had that in the bag, I guess you could say.
I know you have some family that were born and raised here in Lafayette, but you're from Wayzata, Minnesota. With the Big Ten tournament being in Minnesota, I'm sure you have lots of family and friends coming.
Yeah.
What's that going to look like?
I've started to kind of scour the team and see who's going to have extra tickets, just because I have so much family and friends that have texted me, knowing that they're going to be there to support me, and it's going to be really fun to be in Minnesota again.
Have a lot of them been able to see you play yet, or will this be some of their first times?
My grandma, it was actually her first ever game at Mackey against Rutgers.
Oh, that's perfect.
So it was a
perfect.
perfect game for her to be here. I still have quite a few family members and friends that have yet to see me play in a Purdue basketball uniform.
With your grandma in the stands for the first time, was that some extra motivation maybe that night?
It definitely was. It definitely was, because she's used to seeing the kind of high school Cam, and she really hasn't seen me play an actual game in a long time. So it was definitely fun to see her a little bit before the game and just kind of know that she's there to support me.
So there's going to be a lot of Purdue fans traveling to Minnesota for the Big Ten tournament. Being from there, what are your favorite things to do there? Maybe some recommendations for some people visiting.
I would say go to downtown Wayzata, right by Lake Minnetonka. It's like I think it's the nicest spot in Minnesota. But I'm a little biased because that's where I grew up. So they have a lot of nice restaurants down there, so that's kind of where I'd say to head to.
So if you didn't play basketball growing up, what sport would you play?
I'd play baseball for sure.
Baseball. I was expecting hockey for Minnesota.
I've never been able to skate well. I've actually really never been able to skate. So
so Zach's still the only one.
Yeah, he is the only one. Yeah.
Who's your closest friend on the team?
Braden Smith, if I had to pick one.
So we've seen you hit threes. We've seen you have some crazy dunks. Would you rather, in a game-winning situation, hit a three-point shot or take it to the rack and dunk it for the game winner?
Am I dunking on somebody?
Oh, that's a good question. Would that change it? Then obviously.
Yes, that'd probably change it.
Okay, if you're not dunking on someone though, you take the three.
I'd probably take a three. Yeah. I think it's more kind of dramatic.
Yeah.
Because everyone in the stands kind of gets to see the ball go in the air, and it feels like there's a moment of silence when you shoot it, and the crowd just kind of you could hear a pin drop. So I'd say a three-pointer for sure.
What is something that Purdue fans might not know about you?
Probably that I first dunked a basketball like going into 7th grade or right at the beginning of 7th grade. So I'm not sure what age that was, but it was a long time ago.
How often did you practice it?
It was all the time. I had, in my 6th grade year, I had a friend's dad on the team. His dad would tell me, I'll give you $100 if you can dunk this year. And I never got it in my 6th grade year, like during that season. Me and my brother used to play in our backyard, and we just would lower the rim and just dunk on each other. And we'd fight about it, and then go inside, make up, and then go back outside, and we'd just dunk on each other again. So I kind of grew up loving dunking, and then that kind of started my love for dunking in the game of basketball.
So you never got that $100?
I never got it.
You never got it, you just missed it?
Just missed it, yeah.
Who's better in a dunk contest, you or your brother?
Oh, me, for sure.
You?
Yeah.
All right, that's all, Cam. Thank you so much.
Thank you.